8:25 p.m. It's January 12th, Thursday. I've come to learn is Thorsday. It's the day of manifestation. I'm at a Marriott Bonvoy. We're out here with Yachtly Crew. Yachtly Crew we've got to wake up early tomorrow at like 6:30 a.m. We're going to be on TV and interviewed for something. And then we're playing the Marquee tomorrow, and the next day the Rialto. One of them in Tempe, the other in Tucson, I believe. I'm now in room 435. So for those of you who are listening to this, you now know that if you're ever here at the Marriott Bonvoy at, let's see if they got an address on here. Courtyard by Marriott. Room 435. We're going to be playing these two shows. And if I play my cards right, I'll be able to hang out with Desert Fox and Foxy Lady tomorrow before the Marquee Theater, perhaps even after the Marquee Theater, like we've done in the past. 2 episodes ago, actually. The last episode was from Monster Palooza, which I hope you enjoyed. The one before that was my time hanging out with them and Eric King a while ago. I've got a lot of audio that I have yet to upload now that I'm back in the momentum. I'm feeling inspired in making more of these episodes. I'm going to be opening up a Fiverr for people who want to be interviewed by me on this podcast. If you enjoyed this podcast and you want to be interviewed, you think you have an interesting story, I'm going to be making a Fiverr to see if I can. I think the intention here is to not rely on Yachtly Crew as my only income. That's what I need to do. I need to allow myself the opportunities of inviting in alternative money-making streams with the artistic endeavors that I possess. And the gift of gab is one of them. I have now 530-something episodes since I began this podcast. I think I started it in maybe 2016, perhaps, 2017 even. I'm in, there we go. I'm into watching just nature videos, whether it's drones flying over Hawaiian beaches, whether it is, like, lately I've been watching turtles underwater. Just amazing footage of these turtles. There was one that I was watching where it seemed like they were just doing this forever. It was just like a turtle at the bottom of the seafloor, just eating food off the seafloor. I like seeing when they're swimming among all these fish. Like, there are these clouds of fish. And just like how the birds up in the air, you know what I'm talking about. I think they call them a murmur. When you see the birds flowing together as one organism, as one mind. It's the same kind of thing that you see with these fish underwater. Look at that. They become like one mind. Who's in charge of it? Who's the one leading the pack? I think it's give and take. I think that it's a true ensemble mindset. It is so calming to see these turtles underwater. So relaxing. And then the music that they play is very, it's like binaural beats. It's just great. Just the blue is its background. What is that turtle doing? Where is it going? Look at that. It just swam to the surface to take a little gulp of air. Now it's back underwater again. All it needed was just that little bit. Interesting. I need to do a little more research on turtles. They call them honu in Hawaii. Because there are the turtles that do not have the fins. Maybe those don't swim. Then there are the other turtles that do have the fins. You know, they say that there's the tortoise and then there's the turtle. Maybe this is the turtle. And the tortoise is the one that does not have fins. Is that fair enough to say? Well, now I'm thinking about porpoises and dolphins. Or crocodiles and alligators. Huh. Very intriguing. Look at this. It's just so serene. Floating around. Each of these little fish, they got their own little intentions. They got their own little desires, their own little vibes, guiding them along. Just moving and grooving. So, around October... So October 26th to November 2nd, I was in Hawaii at the Big Island. And it was right before I left, October 26th. Oh. Well, hello there.
Yeah.
How many teams are out there playing?
So we have, in our organization has 16 teams out here.
Oh my God.
16 teams.
Where's
Just-
your face?
Fort Collins, Colorado.
What's the name of the organization?
So we're the Junior Eagles. The Colorado Eagles play in the American Hockey League, so they play against like Tucson Roadrunners, like here in Arizona.
Cool.
Yeah, a bunch of California teams. Yeah. I don't know if you guys follow hockey.
Fun. That's awesome.
Yeah.
For the kids, that's so great.
Oh, yeah.
I got to get
It
my.
is
I have
cool.
an 8-year-old and a 6-year-old. I got to get them into something like that.
What's the venue that you're playing at? How far away is it from
question.
here?
Chandler, we're in Mesa, we're in Scottsdale,
It's a tour.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's
Wow.
So basically, Nelly, the whole city's putting on a entire.
These kids pay a lot of money to be in this sport,
Wow.
don't they?
The parents do. Yeah. And we just coach them. So it's
That
fun.
sounds so fun.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun.
Have a great time,
Yeah.
man. Nice
Good
to meet you,
guys.
Kevin.
Hey.
Thank you guys.
Pleasure to meet
totally.
you.
It smelled really good. It
Great
tasted
luck.
really good.
Thank you.
Great luck to you and all the stuff you're doing,
thank
man. Wow, he looks like
Fort Collins.
He
I
looks
want to
like
go
the
to
father
Fort
of
Collins.
my buddy
so
Eric
bad.
Kleinberg. Fort Collins.
Oh,
Wow,
great.
man. Hockey. I was just telling Kristen about hockey. We used to like floor hockey at the junior high,
Floor hockey.
and
What's that?
it's like we
Is
didn't
it-
have
is it-
ice hockey, but we had it so chop like on the gym floor.
What's that called? Isn't that called like something shuffleboard?
Oh,
No? Is
well,
it-
imagine hockey but without the ice skates.
Okay, got it.
So it's just on a
Roller
like a
skates.
gym,
Yeah.
just in your shoes actually. That's
You're not
interesting
even
you
in
said that.
rollerblades?
No, I don't think we were. No, we're just in our regular shoes, and we would have like the hockey sticks, and it was just on the gym floor. And this one kid, Ryan, I remember, he lifted that puck, and that thing flew through the sky in slow
You actually
motion.
used a puck?
Yeah, real puck. Hey,
Have a great time.
and the puck flew through the sky. It smacked me in the nuts, and I was like, ugh, and I was like probably, I don't know, maybe 12 or something at the time, and I'm like, ah,
You
and
didn't
dude,
have a cub?
No, because and the thing was that I was way too embarrassed. I didn't want to be made fun of for being smacked in the nuts, you know, in front of, there are girls there, and I'm like, that's the last thing you want to be is embarrassed in front of girls, And so I was just like, I just had to like go, and I just had to like take deep breaths, and I just kind of sat off to the side, and they're like, why aren't you playing? And I'm like, I'm fine. I'm just gonna sit here for a second, And I tried really hard to come up with any sort of excuse that I might have confided later on to someone that I knew wasn't gonna spread the news or something, because then. It's like you don't have any frame of reference as to what would be the outcome of you either publicly saying or even just privately saying to a teacher hey, I just got hit in the nuts by a hockey puck and it hurts so bad, and can I just sit down for a second? You don't think that that's something that's okay at that age. And it's interesting, it isn't until I started getting older that I realized there are a whole bunch of questions that I didn't know that I didn't have the answers to, but I wish I had the answers to. Taking someone aside and saying, okay, listen, if you ever have to go to the bathroom really bad in class, do not be afraid to talk to your teacher and say, hey, I need to go to the restroom right now. Yeah. Do not be afraid to do that. Or if you get hit in the nuts or something, do not be afraid. Feel free to talk to your teacher and tell them, look, this is what happened, I need to sit down. So the kid kind of knows that it's an okay thing, so they don't have to feel embarrassed or something like that, And these are things that, or for instance, going to another kid's house and their parents have a whole different way of interacting with the kids. And the kids have a whole different way of interacting with their parents. And it's a whole new reality. And they got their own cereals. Yeah. And they eat their own food that you've never had before. Yeah. We didn't grow up eating bagels, but I went to my buddy Tommy Osenek's house and they're eating bagels. And I'm like, what is that? And he's like, it's a bagel. And I just thought, well, this is an interesting thing. It's kind of like a donut, but it's kind of like bread. And what is this thing? It was so fascinating. Yeah, what? You're putting cream cheese in here? This is interesting. What? And I was just like, Mom, why don't we get bagels? She's like, I don't like bagels. And I was just like, okay. But it was cool because every time I went over to Tommy Osenek's house, I knew they had the bagels. And so that's something that I wish I knew as a kid.
I did the same thing too. I went to this summer camp in junior high. And it was this music camp. It was called Summer Music Jazz Festival or something. And we were staying in these dorms at this Robert Louis Stevenson School in Pebble Beach, and they had they call it confectionery, or the
like a candy store.
No. You're right. That does mean.
Oh wait! A cafeteria.
Yeah, cafeteria. Yeah,
right.
There's another word for it. The confectory. Or something
right. I got you. Right. Yeah.
So it's a cafeteria.
Yeah.
And they served us breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day.
Yeah.
Because it's on a charter school or something. Anyways, and they had bagels, and I never had bagels either.
Wow!
So I'd have bagels for breakfast every morning.
At what age was this that you had this revelation?
8th grade, 9th grade.
Oh my gosh! What was that like to come across the first bagel?
It wasn't the first bagel I had, but I realized since I had my choice and there were bagels every morning, that would be my.
Dude.
Every morning I had bagels with cream cheese.
Wow.
It was the best item on the menu.
Whoa. When was the first time you had bagels?
I couldn't tell you that.
Do you remember the first... You don't remember the first time you tried it?
Bagels. Oh, let's see.
Because it sounds like you were familiar with what they were when you came
June 29th, 1994. No, I don't know.
I love it. So
I had bagels. I had been familiar with bagels before then. But it was my choice. First time I had the choice to have bagels every day.
Yes.
And I realized that I liked these bagels in this cafeteria.
Wow.
They're the best breakfast. I had other things too, but the bagels stand out in my memory.
Wow. That's interesting. Maybe that's another little lesson that kids could learn before they go off to a place like that. Because who'd ever thought that you would come across something like that in your life? Right. So that'd be an interesting thing too to tell kids. It's like, okay, look, you might find yourself in a public place where they have different foods than what you're used to eating, growing up in our house. They might have, a different kind of bread than we're used to having, or a different kind of cereal or something. Yeah. So it's like, feel free to go ahead and be a part of that. And and test that out, see what that is. Just because you don't have it at our place, you know, it's
Right.
like
Try new things.
It's like, okay, just because we don't serve zucchini doesn't mean you can't try it if it's there in the cafeteria or wherever, you know. It's so
zucchini, broccolini.
right, the kind of new things like that you never would have expected. Like I remember we were at this picnic one time. They had taquitos. I'd never come across taquitos my entire life.
Taquitos.
Taquitos for the very first time, and I had no frame of reference for this
You
thing.
dip 'em in
I knew it was just
guacamole?
kind of like a. I just remember that they had these. And I was like, wow, they were like rolled up. The only way that I could describe it was like almost like a taco, but kind of like a hot dog,
Yeah.
or some sort,
Rolled
right? Because the
up, yeah.
taquito's like it's so good. And I just remember someone was like, "Oh yeah, taquito." And I'm like, "Ooh, I like that." And I didn't even know how to describe it to my parents. I was just like, they had these things at the picnic.
You can dip 'em in
could
stuff.
oh my gosh, they're so good.
Dip 'em in
But I remember that first
guacamole,
time coming across
with
that going,
guacamole and
what
a
is
taquito.
this?
Oh, so good. Like a hot dog. A beef, a taco, hot
Yeah,
dog.
it was so tricky to try to explain this thing to my parents. It was so interesting. Those are some interesting things when you don't have a frame of reference for something. You have no way of describing it or how to formulate it.
It was like a taco,
Yeah.
but a hot dog.
Yeah.
Taco hot dog. Oh, that's a taquito, son.
Yeah.
That's a taquito.
It was like, just like the same way of describing the bagel. It's like, it's kind of a donut, but it was kind of a bread.
Yeah, not really like a bread, not like a sandwich, but like a donut without the sugar.
Yeah, and I love that texture, how it's like a shine. There's like a sheen on it, if they do it right, there's like a sheen.
Yes.
Like a nice
Good
tan
bagels.
kind of.
They weren't that good bagels though. They were like, I was more into the cream cheese.
The cream cheese.
It was
yeah.
like a mediocre mid bagel. It wasn't like a.
What do you think would be other good, like in addition to cream cheese? What would be other like good
Lox,
things to put in there?
Salmon, smoked salmon, so good, and cream cheese on a bagel. But if you're not into the meats, you could do like. There's like
olives. People put olives in it, don't they?
So good. Oh, I gotta pee so bad.
Even avocado, like guacamole, I think might be fun in there, right? Or no? Do you think that's too gushy?
No,
Because
yeah,
cream cheese kind of
guacamole.
holds its own,
Yeah,
right? As you
like-
bite into it, it's not like it's like blah, it doesn't.
You know how they make avocado bread? You could like have the avocado bread, but on a bagel.
Oh, that's
So
good.
instead of like avocado toast,
Oh.
it's avocado bagel.
Oh,
Totally.
yes.
It's the same thing, just as good.
Yes.
Like, Lisa makes this really good avocado toast at home.
Yes.
It's got like lemon in it, and she puts olive oil in it, in the avocado.
Ooh.
And some kind of spice. I don't know what kind of spice she puts. She mixes it up, stirs it all up, puts it on the avocado toast.
Oh my gosh,
She makes it
sounds
so good.
delicious.
Avocado
Oh my God.
Avocado.
Avocado's so good.
avocado toast on a bagel.
Wow, dude.
It's got to be a thing.
Wow,
I'm sure
dude.
it's a thing.
Wow.
I know you're not into this, but you put a little egg on it.
Mmm.
Like over easy egg, or over medium.
That does sound delicious.
Egg on top. Oh,
It does sound delicious.
it's like a
Delicioso.
great
even.
breakfast.
Yes. Are we gonna need a? Oh yeah, dude. I have expected it to be locked. Locked. We were just talking about locks. Locks on bagels.
Yeah.
Locks on doors.
Thank
Locks
you.
on bagels.
Thank you.
There you go. Two different kind of locks. Locks in your hair.
That's right.
Oh my gosh,
Locks.
we
Yeah.
didn't even think into that
Yeah,
about
locks.
that.
Yeah.
Hair lock.
I've been, it's so funny because I've been spelling that word L-O-C. I've been spelling it, actually I've spelled it recently. L-O-C-Q-U-E-S, right? Would that be the right word?
Yeah.
Look.
See you later.
Look.
Have a great night.
Locks, baby. Locks it up.
Locks.
Locks it up, fuzzball.
Here we are on the
Locks it up,
elevator on the
fuzzball.
way up to the 4th floor of the Phoenix Airport Courtyard Marina. No, Courtyard Marriott.
Interesting. Wouldn't that be interesting to have a hotel and you call it the courtyard? So in a sense, you're doing art out there, like maybe like during the day, like you can hang out and like paint together with the people. The courtyard. Ooh, that's good.
This way or that way? Or that way?
435. 5. Look at this hallway, dude. Oh my gosh. Dude. It is now 7:15. We're standing outside of the I'm not sure what what is this? Fox 10 News, Arizona. It's now 7:15 a.m. We're going to be going in here. We're going to be dressing up, playing a couple of songs live on the air.
Yeah, there was a lot of traffic before we get
Let's see. Let me look at the Instagram post. I'll find out the exact. Of course, by the time you hear this, you won't be able to hear this in real time.
I mean, I'm not like trying to be a dick.
However,
I was shocked. We had no traffic.
let's see.
Still took us almost 8 hours.
Let's see. Fox 10, KSAZ TV.
Yeah, we made
We're going to be at 9:30 a.m. So people will be able to stream it at fox10phoenix.com live. So that's pretty cool. Maybe they'll save the performance. Maybe it'll be somewhere. We've got Baba Booey here, Sailor Hawkins. We've got Starbird, Matthew McDonald, JoJo Music, Tommy Bowie, Street Dog, Pauly Shores, Philly Bowie, Philly Ocean. We're all here.
I heard Rob talking about it last night.
Ready to load in. Ready to load in. I'm glancing out there into the streets. There's a group of people just running. Little kids even. They're holding a flag. Yeah, it says here Fox 10 Extra. Channel 45, Cable 9. Fox 10 Phoenix. We shall see. Paulie's over there taking some video. It's going to be a good one. We shall see what happens. I shall talk to you more later. Perhaps I'll even record us in the studio. So, stay tuned to Inspirado Projecto. See if you can hear what's going on back here. Some people in the background here. You can hear everybody setting up. So they were at Fox 10 AZ, and we're gearing up here to be live on the news. Oh, gotta get dressed.
One of the dispensaries, growers, somebody shows up with 50% flour, pre-rolls. And at 7 o'clock, we all light these pre-rolls, and a fucking spaceship, no shit, comes to start sucking people up and gone. And we're like, what the fuck? And over the course of the episodes, you realize, well, you know, we explain how they explain.
Oh, so it's like
us.
radio drama in a sense.
Yeah. And
But as if it were real.
We'll be
Actually,
acting it,
I
yeah.
love. What a great idea.
We need voices. We
I
need
love
actors.
it. I would love that.
we're gonna learn. Well, some
writers.
dude that later is gonna be Tony Hawk. Fucking comes in all the melee, and he's like, "You need these now. Like, you told me to give these to you. These are your seeds. You need to go.
That's
grow.
great.
It's time." And we're
Like you reminded me,
like,
right?
weed
That's
seeds?
great.
And
Your
yeah,
future
so we
self.
plant these seeds. We go in the other room, like, and I'm trying to picture how I'm gonna make that sound. You know how, like Jack and the Beanstalk.
Yeah.
Shit,
Beanstalk.
where you fucking plant the
Beanstalk
shit
Saints.
and instantly it grows into this. Yeah, so we come back
and
into
you're
the
like,
bedroom, and most of the bedroom
like
is
this-
this one
oh.
plant with these massive buds on it. And
Oh my gosh.
when we smoke that weed, we get the superpowers, and that's when we realize, oh shit, we're not human. That's why this weed works on us. It comes from our planet, and to varying degrees, the weed is what gives us humans and non-humans alike these superpowers.
Have you been writing this stuff down to make sure you can kind of
yeah.
look at it? Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
We have to finish the storyline for the first episode, and then we got to write in the dialogue.
I got the first 8 episodes outlined.
Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, the dialogue.
And then even like just even those specific scenes, and going, okay, I can imagine a scene like this, and then just simply writing it. Should we gotta go back?
I'm gonna go warm up.
Okay.
I gotta blow through my pipe.
Okay, gotcha. All right. I'll see you in about 5 minutes because we got to start getting dressed. This is great that you guys were able to come out. Thank you so much for this. This is so cool.
glad
that
you
come
got
out. Oh my God, I'm so glad that you happen to be here tonight. It's just so, and it's crazy to see like these people are walking
Fit
towards
for a king.
Oh yeah, fit for a king. So what kind of new adventures have you two been on? Like, where have you two gone? Any new conventions or anything? Or, I don't know, any hiking adventures, anything like that?
Stayed close to home. Well, I mean, Eric, his
We've gone out in the
his
middle of
son
the
was
desert.
killed
Eric's son was killed?
in October.
Dude.
So
21 years old, 22 years old, something like that.
What the heck? What are
no,
the deets? What
around
happened?
Christmas. It was like 2 weeks before Christmas.
No way.
He got shot.
I really don't know the details.
man.
I don't want to
Right,
pry.
no, I know
in
what
this
you
shit.
mean.
I'm sure I'll learn it one day.
Yeah, I know sometimes people just spill them, others are pretty quiet about it.
It seemed like simultaneously, though, a lot of different. We're all waking up. Like he's getting into. He put his whole. There was this concert series they were getting ready to start doing, and he canceled all the dates, and he's started to one by one get these dates back up.
Oh, good.
Or new dates set. But they're going to do a concert series here soon all across the U.S.
Awesome.
And it seemed like about the time you started getting into your archives and I started making videos again. He started.
See? How interesting is that? These things, this is what I've noticed. They're like these kinds of things reverberate with the people that you connect with. This is what's interesting is that it's been told to us before that we're just different aspects of
Ourselves.
There are different oversouls. Yes, there are ourselves, and the fractal keeps going in both of those directions infinitely. So the idea is that there's this oversoul, and we're all aspects of that particular oversoul. And I realize when there are folks that you find synchronicities with, and you share these harmony with, and everything. What I've noticed is that when I've had epiphanies and I've had revelations and I've had personal experiences where I've broken through, things that were holding me back or whatever, mental breakthroughs, that simultaneously is unknowing to me happening with among those people that I've had those harmonic and synchronistic moments with too. So it's like really crazy because then to me it's like it's a reaffirmation that these people are indeed yet another
Your
aspect
tribe.
of myself, and I am a different aspect of them. And yes, we're all part of the
Similar
same tribe.
vibrationally to the point where we're together enough. Rude ass. We're together enough that it.
That symbolic representation of how well this is revving right now. The momentum that's
They don't want you, the listener, to know this, but synchronicity. When you put 6 women in a house, they eventually synchronize flows, right?
Right. And for that just to be a natural thing is just phenomenal.
It happens spiritually as well. People on your vibration, I wonder how many people we've pissed off.
I know,
that
isn't
we're
it
standing
crazy?
on these parking spots.
6 women in your house are pissed at the same time, and no one knows why.
Right, nobody knows why.
It's funny. It's actually illegal in the state of Arizona to have more than 6 women in any one domicile, whether that be a
Really?
house, an apartment.
What are they afraid of is my first question. What happens when they add the number 8? What then? They're like, oh, please, just don't no more than 7. No, please. And then what
6
happens?
and 2
What
end
happens
up
if
dead.
More than 6, that monthly episode would be a bloodbath.
Oh my god! Oh my god! It's like a Three's Company, but it's an Eight's Company and a bloodbath. Oh my gosh!
That's funny.
That'd be so interesting. It's like they don't want you to have any more than 7 women living in the same house.
More than 6 women are not allowed to live in the same house in the state of Arizona.
It'd be interesting.
But it's not enforceable.
I'm always curious about the reasons behind stuff like that. Is it because of the synchronization? Because of the harmony? Because they're going to unlock the secrets of the universe?
Maybe, or like I said, it'll be a bloodbath.
Maybe we should go down the list. Put moose in a bathtub, keep it
Killing
there.
each other.
See what happens.
Whip that pot around your head.
Oh my gosh, it looks like a party bus just arrived.
Oh, nice.
Oh my gosh, look at it. Everyone's unloading off the party bus, dude.
Getting pretty packed.
Oh my gosh.
So awesome.
Oh my gosh.
I need to get a shirt. You got, how many shirts do you have? Like different styles in there?
Oh my gosh. Probably 10 at this point.
How many did you draw?
I didn't draw any.
Why?
I need to.
About halfway here, she was like, I wonder if he's going to bring his sketchbook. So
It's in my it's in my luggage. I always keep it in my luggage every time I'm on the trip, and then like I'll pass it around inside the what we call the land yacht. I don't know if you've seen it in any of the videos or anything, but it's our our van that we sit in, and so I'll pass it around. I'll be like, "Oh, can you draw or can you draw something to add onto there?" And I just pass it around.
Yeah, I was telling him, like, I'm kind of interested to see what kind of stuff he's put in there since he's got it.
Oh my god!
Because you travel all the time. I figure you have plenty of time to draw and color.
Yeah, and like sometimes, like while I'm sitting back there in the back seat, I'll just be like scribbling things in there, and it's awesome because ever since I was a little kid, that was just my disappearing. I was able to just dive into drawing, and it was always like such a brainstormer. So having that, especially the size of it, is such a cool. It's like a tome. Oh
we were talking about them big living room books. I'm like, it's not as thick as a living room book, but it's just as big as
It feels
mine.
like it. It's like one of those, like you see in a never-ending story where it's like he's sitting there and the book is like this big. You're like, it's like makes that creaking
Right?
sound as you open it. It's got that vibe about it. And look at Universe says yes, I agree. That's the interesting thing too, is when I'm noticing that when we're in sync, the just like the growling of that car, that one right there too, like it's getting louder. The honk there, those kinds of things. Those are the affirmations. The universe going, yep. Mm-hmm, I hear you. That's right. Oh, and it just feels so good. It just reaffirms it. There were a couple other things that happened tonight. What the heck was it? More synchronicities that just. Oh, the Uber driver had an anchor sticker on the back of her window, and then it turns out that she was from Rhode Island, which is where Tommy is from, and Tommy was in the car with us.
Nice.
She's like, I loved Rhode Island, and they had talking shop about Rhode Island. I'm like, of course. So funny. So funny. It's like if we just play with that and just keep playing with that and going, okay, let's pretend if. Whoa, more of that stuff just keeps coming out. What's crazy is that as soon as the practical minds step in and they start saying, oh, well, actually, you're like, if you're like, oh my God, I just met a dude in the lobby named Kurt, and they're like, well, there are a lot of Kurts in the world. It's like, I've met maybe 12 in my life,
Yeah, that's
Oh, no, we're just hanging out.
We're just holding down the fort. We knew you were coming.
We knew you were coming.
Well, I've been really upset at a lot of the people I follow because, like I said it in the video,
I
follow
on Instagram,
a lot
right.
of pretty spiritual, fucking enlightened.
Are they getting bitter and cynical about stuff?
Well, they,
it's
about the vaccines. It's about 5G. It's about
it's
clouds.
a tricky.
It's about everything's out to kill us. The government, the Great Reset, the fucking Bill Gates, this and that. God damn. I mean, at some point, I get it, but I know better. And then the next, I'm contemplating deleting all of these people. I don't want that vibration.
Well, do you feel that these are people who are just now waking up, or these people that you were following before, and now they're just
like
they were
to sleep.
They were at least speaking the speak, whether it was legit or not. They were, maybe they were regurgitating shit that they saw, in their feeds. But
do you feel now that they feel like maybe the brakes are coming off more? Like there's this, you feel like there's more of an allowance to kind of do these things. I'm feeling like this might be happening now with Twitter a lot, with the Elon, that's just giving more people to kind of speak about stuff.
It's a natural response. It's a programmed response that we learned, Kids don't think this way. There's a lot of things to be afraid of if you want to pay attention to those things.
Right.
But I woke up, one morning and was inspired to watch this little 10-minute video of Abraham Hicks.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh my God. And a little voice was like, it's time. You need to clip that out. You need to, you already know what you need to do. Just do it real quick.
Right.
So I did it. And I was a little surprised at some of the responses, especially some of the people
because there is that
responded.
curiosity of wanting to go, okay, well, what's behind the curtain? But then what I'm realizing more and more is that the more that you're learning about that stuff, the more you, the more you find yourself getting frustrated because you're like, please, will some authority who can just stop this, like do something? Can we please see consequences? It's like then all that stuff comes in. You're, oh my gosh, like I just want to see justice. All that stuff comes in, and you start going, But then it's easy sometimes to forget that, okay, if we truly are these spiritual beings, we're all just these avatars, these spiritual beings, like the higher mind that you're talking about. If we're truly just these spiritual beings and we actually, your reality is particular to you and yours is particular to you, mine is particular to me, and they all still have enough room to coexist, if that is existing and we do manifest our reality, well then, it's like, okay, if that's truly the case, then it's very important to put ourselves in alignment with those things that are favorable to us, right? Like you're saying on Instagram, there are those people who are going, okay, the doom and gloom and stuff like that.
You get more general about a topic,
Right.
Get all the details of something that you want, but the stuff that's unwanted,
Quit giving it attention.
Quit fucking...
Yes.
It's
what
like
do
that stray cat. If you don't feed that stray cat, that cat will keep walking.
Right.
If you keep feeding negative energy, that negative energy is going to come back and keep feeding on you.
You're so right.
You start calling people. Did you see this bullshit that happened? Did you see this bullshit?
You're right. I know you're right.
You form groups against the bullshit that you saw.
So you're like, you're right.
And we get together in big groups, and next thing you know, you're running the organization. I'm like, oh,
dude, that's right. Oh my gosh, I was just listening to that one. I was just listening about that where she's like, and then you start going in this thing, and because she mentioned like she usually likes going on that was yours where she's like, I like to go on to TV, but and she goes politics. Then she's like, it's between what I want to do and what I know I should be doing, right? Isn't that what she says, something like that, where you realize, okay, all that good vibe, all that's of course the spot where you
get the
manifest
momentum
from.
You get the momentum in either direction. You get the momentum.
Yeah.
If you give it to the negativity, you get more of that. You give it to the positivity.
Oh boy!
Which dog survives? The one you feed.
When it breaks
That's
down
right.
to the end of the day, what makes a person famous? Our attention to it. Our attention to the topic, the person, the place, the thing.
Oh my gosh!
And if
That's
we
true.
take our attention away from it,
It gains that momentum, right?
Doesn't it have to disappear? Can we try this experiment, world?
Ooh, I love it. Well, you guys, listen, I got to get in there and I got to get dressed. Look at all these people getting dressed. I love it. Enjoy yourselves in there.
Your
Enjoy
fans.
yourself in there. We'll talk more afterwards, of course. So, are you guys just hanging out here for a little bit?
Yeah, finish this.
What time you go on? 9?
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Hey, wait. One more question.
Huh.
Tickets in will close, right?
Oh, yeah.
Under
you'll
his
be on-
name or
you'll
my
be on
name?
it. Well, both of you are going to be on a list.
Okay.
Yeah. So whoever, it's you get +1 or +1. You'll both be on there.
Okay.
Yeah. You're welcome. Wow, this is so interesting to be walking along here and to see these people. See all these people walking up to the building. A lot of people here are dressed in their yacht outfits, their yacht attire. It's like a main event. I mean, it's really quite interesting to see, to be involved with something. Like, okay, if I were just to look at this just objectively as someone who's coming to see a band that they really like, I look at this and I go, there's a thrill in the air. There's an excitement happening. Look, there are people wearing all kinds of cool costumes. I love it. So amazing. So exciting. I love it. Look at they're like going through the security thing and they're getting the thing waved again across them. Look at, oh my gosh. So exciting. Whoa, I'm looking through the window at all these people. Dude, all these people are here to see Yachtly Crew play. Oh, I love it. Incredible. So fun to see all these people dressed up, man. It's so exciting. I love it. Oh my Things are moving. Things are grooving. Hi, puppy. Hi, puppy. Hi there. Hi. Oh, you're so cute. You're so cute. Wow. All right, I'm going to get dressed here. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for listening to Inspirado Projecto. That was Desert Fox and Foxy Lady.
Like, are you not? I mean, wait a second.
If you're on Anchor, you're not serious.
Where are you from? And I was like, or where do you host? And I said, Anchor. And he was like, I'm unfollowing you. If you ever get serious about your craft and find a real fucking host,
Hit
we
me
can
up.
talk again.
Why did he have such venom against
He
Anchor?
didn't say.
I kind of question,
He
like,
didn't say, because
We don't own our content.
he
elitists.
he pays a little bit
We
for
don't own the
Lisbon,
content
but
on
yet
Anchor.
they threw this whole big thing. You know, they've like actively supported him and his podcast and his journey.
Is he
and
making money off his
Anchor
podcast?
really
He
doesn't do
makes
that.
a lot. He lives off
Really?
of it.
And it's because of Libsyn?
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe.
100%.
Did he explain how they helped him make money off it?
They do a lot of promotions.
He-
like they shut down
He
half
has
in
his
New York.
own app.
Do you have sponsors?
He has a
Does he
Manwhore
have-
app on the App Store and iTunes.
There's a lot of stuff that Lisbon offers, but you have to pay for you have to pay for it. You have to pay the
The
people
top
that do the
program,
shit for you. You know.
I don't know. It used to be $23 a month. What are you telling me?
There's a bunch of different things, but a
The
bunch
top
of different
one
prices.
used to be $23
A lot of the
month.
people that we know from Anchor swear by Lisbon.
What? That they're making a lot of money off
I
it?
know a guy.
It's like the better podcast
we know a guy
platform. They have
in,
more tools,
Kentucky.
more accessibility, more. I don't know.
He did 3
I don't
different
know.
Anchor shows, and then he flipped on the Lisbon switch, paid his $7 a month for the basic shit, and he ended up at the $20 shit. And he was like, "Dude, we get our own app. They fucking put us in these Kentucky shows.
They take
They
care
buy
of
us advertisement
their
spots."
people.
So
in-
Libsyn gets
in our
these
market.
podcasters into what, conventions, some kind of shows? That's what you're talking about?
Once they hit a certain point to where we think we can pull the fucking people, yeah,
If you
they're
have
gonna
a
do
certain
whatever
amount of
they
following, I
can for you.
think. I don't know what it is.
Because they want to make money off you. But, so let's back way the fuck up. Why did I get into podcasting, Kurt?
Because you wanted to save information for your future self to listen to?
You wanna help save the world.
I had a show that was this little piddly ass show. And when I say piddly ass show, like he would come out on Monday and say, "All right, so here's the fucking schedule for the week. You know, tonight we're gonna do this. Wednesday we're gonna do that. Friday we're gonna do that, and we'll have a Saturday recap. And then Tuesday he would come out and go, I gotta be real with you guys. I fucking work at Arby's. I gotta
This
pay the
is
bills."
this
Who's
is
this
certain
person?
kid.
So
A certain
the
person.
name of the show is called The Higher Side Chats.
THC.
for short. But the Higher Side Chats, it's supposed to be a mirror for the Fireside Chats.
Okay.
Which was
It's a
Roosevelt,
brilliant,
right?
brilliant concept for the show.
One of them started a fucking radio show,
It
podcast type
was,
thing.
Was it Roosevelt? No,
I
it
think
was.
Roosevelt. Eisenhower. It was one of those
So
old.
what was going on with it?
So
They had a
he
podcast. They just
has
went
this
out there.
podcast idea, the Higher Side Chats. He interviews conspiracy people. He interviews people, woke people before that was a thing.
Woke ain't real.
And people that are self-sustained, people that are making money from nothing, people that have crazy ideas.
That don't make you
all of
woke.
them.
That makes you intelligent. I'm just saying. There's a difference.
But anyway, today, dude owns a fucking $8 million mansion in San Diego. How did he do it?
Oh, started from his podcast?
The Higher Side
He-
Chats. Being on Lisbon.
He had a fucking buddy that made him a website, and he said, fuck Patreon, all the other shit. Subscribe to my website. We have one tier. It's $5 monthly. Cancel at any time. Here's the deal. If you subscribe for $5 a month, Everybody in the month of January, they gave me $5, goes into a pool. And at the end of the month, I'm going to pick a name and split the pot with you.
And people are like,
The
well, hell
first
yeah.
pot was like $175. The second pot was like $500. The third pot was like $900. Sixth pot was like $4,000. I was like,
He's splitting that with one
fuck
lucky
up.
listener. Why would that not make people?
Did he keep
If
doing
you
this over and
invest
over
in
again?
He still does
You're
it
investing
today.
in yourself too. We're investing in
He
each
still
other.
does it.
You're playing the lottery, however you want to see it. You have a chance of winning the pot if you just give me $5.
Yeah, and he now owns a freaking nice pad of real
Does he
estate.
just keep
in
doing that?
LA.
Next thing you know, and
Yeah.
today he makes fucking $30,000 a month.
Yeah,
Whoa.
and he don't have to do
$50,000 a
shit.
month. And
People
he splits it
doing
with
Patreon,
somebody.
but he's consistent though. He's not like
How
us.
often does he make a podcast?
God, I haven't heard
Twice a
him for
week.
so long.
Twice a week?
The Higher Side Chats with Greg Carl.
Does he mostly talk, like, I mean, what kind of people does he talk to?
All of them.
Pardon me.
All of them.
You should check him out.
Demonologists,
When you have a downtime and you're traveling and you can't draw because the road's too bumpy, check out some of this shit.
every fringe theory. With one of my favorite shows that really made me go, oh shit. He's trying to really do it for real. He's building a community.
That's incredible.
Is he brought on these people that they made hempcrete. But then he got them on the show and they were like, yeah, we were at Burning Man and
That's fun.
2001.
I want to go to Burning Man.
And we were on our way home from Burning Man. We were like 2 hours from New York City when the planes hit.
Oh, that was that guy
and
and
we were
that
like,
girl.
oh shit.
That was the guy and the girl.
He was a fucking audio engineer for Epic, and she was a fucking sports agent.
They quit both
They
their jobs.
both quit
sold
their jobs,
house.
sold all their shit. He bought a 40-foot Cemex and every tool known to man.
And they
and
built
put it
a
in
house.
the Cemex, and they bought fucking property in Truth and Consequences, New Mexico.
I know a guy who lives out there. That's
It
so
turned
funny.
out
So
they
funny.
bought land in a place that was fucking
Desolate.
free. Like a gift economy, just like fucking Burning Man. Like, alright, so Kurt's really good at growing eggs, so we'll all go to Kurt for the eggs. Gabe's really good at fucking,
Growing spinach.
you know, he's a butcher, so once a month, all of us will go out and kill something, take it to Gabe, and he'll fucking butcher it up. We'll take it around on a cart. How much do you need for the next 2 weeks type shit?
So it's like a bartering system.
And it
Yeah.
was a gift economy.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's what Burning Man is a gift economy.
Yep. You pay
Teaches
so
you
much
how
to
to
get
not
in,
use
and
money.
everybody gives you
Once you
shit.
pay to get in,
You
you're
give people
forbidden
stuff.
from using money for any transaction. People use sex. People use all kinds of shit on the inside of that wall. I've never been there, but I've heard some stories.
I've always heard about it. Like people pick up after each other. People are constantly gifting each other. Always
Yeah.
gift. They go there specifically to give something to people.
Yep.
And they make
These
like
two people-
thousands of these things just so they can give things.
These
Oh, I
two
love
people
it.
were like,
Yeah.
there were so many situations where
It's an amazing
I didn't
concept.
deserve the gift, and they were like, I need you to have this type shit.
Oh my god.
And we left with way more shit than we came with, and we didn't know how we'd get it all home.
We talked to somebody one
Here from
time that
Burning
said
Man?
they went there with a fucking camper, kind of like ours. You know,
He traded showers for, that was his
he
money.
ended up walking away from Burning Man with a camper that was 20 times better than the one he had.
Because he
All
gave
because of a
somebody
gift
shower.
society. Yeah. I mean, it was just
Amazing.
like,
He gave the right person a shower, and they were like, if you give me a shower, I'll give you this. Because I
Dude.
don't have any water in it. I can't take a shower in it.
Dude.
And I don't really want to take it home. And
right? It makes your
he
mouth
ended
water,
up-
don't it?
He showed up with like a $3,000 camper and left in a $50,000 camper. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm like, shut the fuck. And somebody else
Shut
came
the
up
front
with
door.
his. It was. We're doing it wrong. We've been doing it. We've been playing Monopoly for too long. with all of our labels.
Yeah.
Our money has to go here and there and there and there, but really it don't.
Republican,
It
black,
really
I really
white,
think that is
Muslim.
the next stage is bartering. Just that's just been
That's
We're
where we
so
should have
close
been
to it
this whole
because
time.
any day now.
someone who's gardener, someone who's they're all
Can-
sharing.
But
Can
we
I ask
do
the
it
whole
every
group
day and don't
question?
realize it. You set your stuff out
How
on the
old are
curb
you?
for bulk pickup. What you don't want,
Never
someone
seen
else
the
might
yellow sun,
need.
right?
So you
bright in
kind
the
of set
day,
yourself.
the sun's
We
yellow
do
in the
that every
sky.
day. We just don't realize that we're doing
Tomorrow,
that.
look at it.
And
It's
then
white.
the wolf
It's
comes
not
to the
yellow
door
anymore.
and knocks and says, "Give me your money,"
Because
and you pay
it's
it because you're
unstable
scared.
as
But
fuck, and I think in the next 8
What if
10
we weren't
years,
scared?
We're gonna get the
That's true.
zero
That's true. That's a good point.
electricity
I like
for
that.
Earth.
what if we weren't scared?
Not why.
What if we just did shit because
We're
we
gonna
know
get
that's what's
that
right?
S-class flare that's gonna destroy
No matter what the
our-
consequences
we're gonna
right
go
now,
to
the better
Bronze
payoff
Age
will be later.
Overnight.
It's like,
Yeah, bartering is where it's at.
I
But
definitely
it's
agree
legit.
with
It's
that.
white. It's different. Somebody pointed it out to me one day, and I was like,
What, the sun is not a yellow anymore?
No, it's white.
It's burning brighter.
It burns white as fuck. You see it yellow in the morning, or like the first half hour and the last half hour. Other than that, it's white as fuck.
Weird.
And
They say
growing up
it's
in the
because
80s, it was
global
yellow.
warming isn't just our globe; it's every globe around us. So when
crazy.
We're
when
coming
the
up
solar
on-
flares come up, we could be facing detrimental whatever.
Really
They're
big
saying by the
fan.
30s and 40s.
There's a YouTube channel called the Suspicious Observers.
I have to pee.
Suspicious observers.
It's a scary channel.
Uh-huh.
I can't lie. I mean, what did I just tell you?
Yeah.
And we watched a plan while we were waiting for you tonight. We watched a plan where you outlined it like between 2020 and 2030. We're gonna get this, the kill shot. And the kill shot isn't to kill all life on Earth. It's the electricity kill shot. Nothing's gonna work anymore. From your car to your Wi-Fi, nothing's gonna work anymore. I'm like, oh shit! But then it gets so much worse. I was like, oh shit! That's why. Did you? There's another channel called the Wi-Files. On
YouTube?
And the Wi-Files did a show recently about caverns that they found in the Grand Canyon. Underneath the Grand Canyon, there's a city that can house 500,000 people.
Oh my gosh. Remember hearing about.
And they carbon dating it and everything. They were like, it doesn't match up with what we know about anything. None of it matches up. These people had skills that shouldn't exist.
Wow.
Some people say it's lizard people. Some people say it's Martians. Some people say, no, we were hiding because we had no choice.
Whoa.
This was a survival mechanism.
Probably within the next couple of years.
Like, there's been several, we're on a clock, and every X thousand years we have a cataclysm that kills most of us.
Nighttime drive.
But there's pockets of people everywhere all over the earth, and they had to go and do something. In the Ice Age, these people said, fuck that, let's go underground. How you doing, man? You tired? What time is it?
Oh, it's
Probably tired, too. It's
2.
2:15. Jesus Christ.
You got beat up.
Yeah, leave at 9.
Maybe. I love this hotel. I mean, what's so cool about this is that we have this heat, this fire going, and we're
This is significant.
out here. I mean, it's just great. Inside, even inside is so kick-ass. Inside, even inside.